Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Balls Out Podcast and Red Devils Roundup. I have to say, when I planned this show, I was expecting to have more to talk about, honestly. But we did a show Tuesday night,
Yeah.
and we had loads to talk about because obviously the Bruno deal obviously didn't go through. He decided to stay. The Brian and Buemo, Cunha, and we were all sort of hoping that today would be the day that Cunha would have been agreed by now, done deal. Not Cunha. Did I say Cunha? Buemo. The Buemo deal would have been agreed, done deal. But no. So anyway, joined by Mr. Mark as usual. How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Nice quiet house to myself this evening. Girls are at a sleepover. Mrs. has gone to some shit ground hosting Robbie Williams at the Emirates. So, yeah, we'll crack on with this. I totally agree with what you said. It's like rabbit in the hair. We've shot out the gun and finished early.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we yeah. It was weird because we all thought, they're going to get their business done. I mean, so the first bid was officially Wednesday or Thursday?
We did the show Tuesday night, didn't we? And the official bid went in Tuesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning.
Wednesday
And
morning,
it
and that
was
was
rejected the same day.
which was I have it here, 55 million, I believe it was. Yeah, Manchester United made an offer after their first bid totaling £55 million was rejected. And Manchester United made a second offer worth around 60 million plus add-ons. We said if we managed to get both for 60 mil each, Cunha and Mbeumo, we'll probably be laughing. 120 mil for two proven Premier League players. But I think we mentioned it on the show as well that Brentford are going to hold out for a little bit more because they know who's buying him.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a few different things now. Obviously, they sold Flecken, haven't they, to Bayer Leverkusen to that great manager, Erik ten Hag, who chose Flecken over Onana. Wanker.
Yeah, Eric.
So now they're going to be looking at, hang on, are we going to get raided if the manager takes the Tottenham job? So that might be something they're looking at. I think 60 plus add-ons is. We're lucky. We pulled the Real Madrid card, haven't we? He said, I only want to go to Manchester United. Great price drops. What we failed with Garnacho and a few other players where they're going, you're not wanted at the club anymore. If a player states he only wants one club, you don't have to pay as much money. So we can only hope. But I think 60 plus 10 million in add-ons or something like that was what's rumoured.
If we make Europe, it's the usual stuff. If we make European football, if we win a trophy, if he hits this many goals, if he makes 5 appearances for blah, 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 for Cameroon or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wins the Ballon d'Or in Martial's case.
Which is money in their pocket probably by the end of the following season, no matter what, isn't it? Another 10 mil for him. Or I don't know how add-ons work when you're spreading the payments, but I don't know if you have to pay those add-ons at the end of the season. Isn't it a bonus of 10 million to the club if you're paying over the years? But yeah, European football. If we get him right, if we get the rumours going around, and we start getting some traction, European football, even if it's Conference League, would pay that. Win a cup. Well, we've had a chance of winning 5 in the last 5 years, unlike Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah.
So that's what I mean. A club's going to go, yeah, okay, I'll take that because you will achieve some of these things. So yeah, no, happy days. And Buono, Cunha. Now it's fill out some of the other spots that have to be done.
Yeah, I mean, if going on like rumours of other players that we're potentially bringing in, nothing's really concrete. Haven't really heard any real concrete rumours of we are in talks to sign this player. I think the last rumour we heard was probably Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Yeah, Mateta and Gyökeres as strikers.
Yeah, Gyökeres
as a goalkeeper, and that's pretty much it. there's been other names chucked out, but this is agents trying to get their players moved for this open transfer window, or at least start the ball moving. But Sesko's looks like he's going to be done at Arsenal, so that takes that away. It creates a knock-on effect where each striker goes, and that's why the Gyökeres is doable. Obviously, I put a poll in our chat about would you breach PSR? So that's what I see us doing.
Yeah,
Gyökeres, and like you, I said 10 points, but they'd have to cut it to 5 because you're right. They did it for Everton.
yeah. So Everton got their obviously their points deduction reduced from 10 to 5 because they appealed it and then they cooperated with the investigation, which got it reduced down to 5 points.
But before I even put that in, I hadn't seen these figures that United are the fourth most sustainable this season, with over 105 million to go. So if you're paying instalments, mate, there's ways to do deals, and they've already got a gentleman's handshake on the Gyökeres thing. Apparently, that was 6 months ago that was spoken about. So we don't know what is there.
And personally, I if we're going on rumours and having to choose rumours, I would choose the Jean-Philippe Mateta rumour over a Gyökeres deal.
I can totally understand why. It's that whole Prem proven.
Yeah.
Not every Prem proven player can step up. They can, that can be their level. I heard some interesting things for stats. So I was watching different channel. I was watching Tactical Devils. They were doing a breakdown. I think Thursday night it was. I was looking at that. Hi Naomi in the chat. And they put up the stats of Gyökeres. Oh, he scored this many goals. And at that point, I'm thinking, bloody hell, these stats are impressive. Actually, he didn't score this last season, gone, against Benfica or I think Braga, like the top teams. So he's another one. The one criticism we've all United fans have had of Bruno is he seems to go missing in the big games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nunes goes missing in the big. So we see all these. We don't know what is the low level of the level teams in each league. I'm quite good with the Spanish ones. That's why I say the league. You really can't judge Anthony's performances. Depends who he scored against and who was playing against that week. But if you would expect it to be even a bigger drop off in Portugal. So if he scored a hat trick against or 4 against the bottom team, that could be like playing a Div 2 side.
Yeah, it's I mean, going back to the Anthony, like you say, like we've spoken about Anthony in the past, and we when we signed him, obviously had a lot of hype around him. He's gone back to he's gone to La Liga, and he's done really well because that's his level. No disrespect to La Liga, unless you're like Real Madrid or Barcelona, you're not winning the league. But he played he's been unbelievable for him.
If he does, if it's there was a bit of a rumor about him being looked at by like Atletico or someone like that. I can't see it because I can't see him having that Simone work ethic trait. But
he could be a dirty player.
Huh?
Diego Simeone is a dirty manager, and Anthony can be a dirty player.
Yeah, that side I can see, but there's a work rate trait,
which is why I hate every time a United manager gets sacked and we're linked with Simeone. I cringe. I'm like, no, I physically cannot stand that man. His managerial prowess, it's just, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Obviously, it's brought him success.
You know he would do a good job in the Premier League.
Would you? Would he?
I think so, because he'd get rubbed. Like I said, it's such a high level of emotion in the Premier League. He starts rubbing them players up the wrong way. They'll be getting sent off left, right, and centre.
I'm trying to think of a manager that's similar to Simeone that's been in the Premier League. Conte, perhaps?
Conte.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I mean, he had a modicum of success.
Else. Diego Costa's the only player similar to Simeone.
Yeah.
You know, really, if it stands out, jumps straight out of my mind. If you said dirty player like Simeone, it's Costa.
Yeah.
But they are I think I should put they are natural winners.
Yeah,
So
they're winners. Yeah, it also stems back to, I think, David Beckham. That was the red card he got against was Simeone in that World
it
Cup,
was,
wasn't
mate, yeah.
it? Yeah.
But Paul Scholes said he's the manager he would take.
Mm.
So, but we won't talk about managers because the manager I said I was taking laughed off of other channels has going to win a Champions League. They're like, yeah, but he's done nothing at PSG. No, just fucking wait. you
Yeah,
don't do it all in one
that
sitting.
PSG side is just completely different to the PSG people remember. Like when you
It
think
takes
about
time to
PSG,
build a house.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Whenever you think of PSG at the moment, you assume it's still a team of absolute mercenaries and superstars, and now they've stripped that away and actually built a foundation. And that's what people just don't understand is that it's taken the Saudis over 14 years to build a PSG side that can genuinely compete in Europe for, well, the average age is 24. So you think maybe the next 8 years?
Yeah, and now it comes down to mentality, which obviously I bang on about week in week out. Some of those players look like they have it. They have the right mentality to come on. I want to win. They've done a treble. They've won everything they can win.
Mm.
So are they going to kick on a PSG in the World Club Cup? They've got to be, right?
Yeah, Club World Cup, yeah.
They've got to go looking to win that now. They're current Champions League winners.
Yeah, should we get the list of teams in the Club World Cup just for fun?
Well,
We're going
I'm
off
not
course.
sure who half the teams are. So,
I'll
because like, what's it? Inter Miami are in there, yet they finished bottom of the league or close to the bottom of the league.
Yeah. Oh, so Group A from Egypt, Al Ali. Is that Egypt? EGY?
Yep.
Yeah, from Cairo.
Yeah.
Into Miami, Palmeiras and Porto.
Okay, so brilliant. Brazilian and Portuguese.
Atletico, Botafogo, PSG and Seattle.
Seattle Seahawks. They haven't won the league either.
Nope. Auckland City, Bayern Munich, Boca Juniors and Benfica.
Bayern Munich, Boca Juniors be a good game.
Yes. Chelsea, Esperance Tunes.
Mexican.
Okay. Flamengo, Los Angeles. Inter Milan.
What,
Monterrey,
LAFC or LA Galaxy?
LAFC.
So it's the ones who had the big money to re-establish the newer teams.
Inter Milan, Monterrey, River Plate and Urawa, which are from...
Doesn't jump out.
Japan.
Nice.
And they
Is
play
there a
it.
team from like Outer Mongol or somewhere like that? Scotland?
What year? Oh, Group F, Borussia Dortmund, Fluminense, Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm assuming that's India. Oh no, excuse me, South Africa.
No, it's going to be on you.
Ulsan HD, which is Korean. I mean,
It's not Jesse Lingard's team, is it?
Al An, which is Abu Dhabi. Juventus, Man City, Wydad, which is Morocco. I don't know how these teams have qualified for this. Al Hilal, Pachuca, Real Madrid, and FC Red Bull Salzburg.
So qualification happened 4 years ago. That's why Chelsea are in it.
Yes.
Or something like that. So it's just weird. But all of those teams all having these bidding wars behind the scenes for certain players. And that's where we're sort of, I think, come to a bit of stalemate on movements. Because obviously the transfer window is not properly open at the moment, is it? It is for 1 week, but how easy is it to do those deals in 1 week? Not really. Because like if we don't finish by the 10th for Embrano, it goes on hold till the next transfer window opens.
which makes me think that they are going to get it done before it shuts, which I think is.
Oh, mate, it was a shot across the bow, wasn't it?
Was it tomorrow?
No, 10th.
Which is Thursday.
Thursday
No.
or Friday, yeah. I'm sure it's 10th or 5th or 11th or something like that. It
What's
was
the date
it was
today?
like a special 7 days or something he was allowed for. But yeah, we took a shot across the bow. They said no, so we've upped it a little and done the add-ons, which we've done for the Cunha. That the special deal we did for Cunha, we haven't actually activated his buyout clause in the means of how it's set up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What can we say? So there's so many transfer rumours going around at the moment. Rashford, I think I was saying to you, Rashford to Inter Miami, into Milan. Wish it was into Miami.
I mean, Miami would not be a bad move for him.
It really wouldn't. But
Honestly,
if I couldn't deal with him in the same team as Messi, mate, God, Jesus Christ, his ego would have exploded the planet.
but also, I always think like people like Jamie Vardy, for example. Why has he not signed a contract somewhere in MLS?
Because I believe he's going to end up signing for Wrexham.
I love that. Jamie Vardy.
For me, that's the easy and obvious move for him.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds gets harsh. Jamie Vardy to Wrexham. Truth as transfer budget reality becomes clear. So he's obviously struggling. Oh, massive Jamie Vardy Rangers. Apparently,
He's just got my old mate go up there, not Russell. So Russell Martin.
Snubs reunion with Brendan Rodgers. Who doesn't want to go to Celtic. Free agent on the 30th of June. I suppose technically he's not technically gone yet. So
that's what I mean. That's why Liverpool got that 10 million for Trent to get him out of his contract for 1 month. Probably the best transfer deal ever in history.
Naomi, you would love it if he was playing over there. Yeah, everyone is so upset we can buy it all 100%. 100% indeed. Yeah, so until we know more about the Embuemo deal, I suppose there's not really much to go on. Obviously, we would like to hear some more rumours about us signing players or selling
I'd like to hear
players
about
as
some
well.
different players. Because the Gyökeres really is only because of the link between the manager and him being at the same club last year. You got no one else really being linked with him.
The only other one to talk about, I suppose, is Villa interested in Sancho.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it. I know you said you've been a bit away from the news. Mainu to Chelsea, 70 million.
I wouldn't be happy with that.
No, I wouldn't send to another Premier League side. So,
No. No.
But this, like I say, this is all bullshit. Normal transfer rumours. Let someone report that a bid's gone in or a bid's been accepted. I'll start listening.
Yeah, until we get a here we go.
First.
Till we get a David Ornstein or a here we go from Romano, it's all pie in the sky, really.
I want to hear about Edison from Atlanta coming in as Casemiro's replacement, or Diego Simon for goalkeeper, or Emi Martinez, because Emi Martinez I didn't realise was 32. Okay, that's not old for a goalkeeper, but it's out of their bracket of what they would accept.
It's also from what Ratcliffe's been telling us, that's not the sort of players they're going with. Speaking of Sir Jim,
I was just about to say, but then do they know what they're going with when they can't keep their board together?
Let's bring this up, and we'll get the boardroom reshuffle news.
Is it really a reshuffle, considering it's been a constant merry-go-round since he started?
Well, let's find it, and we'll try and get some clarity on it.
It's more like he's shuffling a deck of cards, and then all of a sudden he's dropped one and put that back in and taken one out. You know what I mean?
So apparently the major news, as far as they're concerned, is that Sir Dave Brailsford is stepping away from his role at Manchester United to go back to the sporting director. Here we go. As the inquest continues, so Cedric Ratcliffe is reportedly planning significant changes at Ineos, which will impact Manchester United at boardroom level. Blah, blah, blah. Ratcliffe is set to make some important tweaks in what is described by the Times as a major reshuffle. The report states that Sir Dave Brailsford will leave his duties at Old Trafford and to return to his Director of Sport role at Ineos. What else? There was something else about.
I understand him taking his role, like changing his role back to his old role. I get
Yeah,
it. His 1% gain, you can't gain 1% when all your equipment's fucking broken. You know, you're looking at 1% gains when everything's at top notch. That's what you're looking at. Okay, we've got the best of everything. Where can we make 1% here or 1% there?
here we
At the
go.
moment, we need to gain 10%, 20%.
Yeah, so this is the main highlights from it. Jason Wilcox has been promoted to Manchester United's Director of Football, as Sir Dave Brailsford has stepped back from his day-to-day role at the club and will focus on Ineos duties. Manchester United now view their leadership structure as firmly in place. Omar Barada as CEO, Wilcox as Director of Football, and Mark Armstrong leading the club's commercial arm of Chief Business Officer.
Yeah.
There you go.
So far, you've just read out what they will be. So we've had Fivell change his role,
Yep.
Brailsford change his role.
Dan Ashworth's hired.
And Ashford basically gets sacked after, taking the money, put it in his pocket and getting kicked out the door.
Yep.
The manager's gone. More coaches have left or will be leaving. So it is still a merry-go-round. And that's what I mean. Is it a reshuffle or is it just...
Was it always the plan, basically?
Yeah.
Was always the plan Dave Brailsford only to come in for the first 2-3 years?
Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. And then you can always, add more or take away. But if you didn't bring any of them in, that's what people would just be throwing mud at you. Do you know what I mean? And it would have stuck. So Brailsford, what do you think he actually came in to do? He brought in a few specialists, didn't he? He brought in this one about the running technique.
Yeah.
I think he was mainly behind the refit. Yes, your equipment, your pool, and that is absolute shit. You need to upgrade it. 50 million, there you go. Being upgraded.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he was behind the idea of snubbing the women's team, but then Fivell and Wilcox really had to sort the fiasco of the director of football, because obviously they both came in two different roles, sort of put their heads together. I think were banging heads, and Fivell, because Fivell's still part of the club, but you didn't name him.
No, that wasn't named there, was it?
No. But he's like I thought gone like head of scouting or something like that, overseas scouting or something. Back to like his role that he had with PSG.
Let's have a look. See if I can do some research.
I don't mind the Jason Wilcox one. I'm not a fan of director of football because I don't understand, and I never will do. I've had it explained to me, and I hear what they're saying, but a manager needs the players he wants and what he sees in that player, not what someone else tells him. For me, I will never ever get my head around that.
Yeah. Absolutely agree. I don't want to hire. It's asking me, do I want to hire the boardroom at Old Trafford? No.
To do a show? Yeah, we can do that. We'll do a show live from Old Trafford.
We'll do outside broadcast.
But if you go back to the players, like Wilcox is apparently behind this Diego Leone deal.
Yeah, so Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, Christopher Vivell is Director of Professional Football and Scout.
Yeah, head of scouting, basically. The Diego Leone. I'm still hearing a lot of our fan base. We need a left wing back. We need a right wing back. Well, sorry, we've got Harry Amos, Dogu, not Dorgu, Doku, not Doku, Dorgu. Why did we have to sign someone in the same position as the Man City one with on the same name?
Yeah.
Get the two muddled up all the time. And now we're bringing in Diego Leone and for that position. And we have Luke Shaw, who, let's be fair, if Luke Shaw was 15 years younger, would be probably one of the best left wing backs in the world because he had everything. And now we need a right wing back. It looks like we're going to be playing Ahmad there, and I don't agree with that. So I would rather have I've said from day one Frimpong, but obviously that's not going to happen. Then bring in his partner in crime, bring in Denzel Dumfries from Inter Milan.
We shall see, indeed. I think, unfortunately, that's pretty much it. Like we said, it's been I apologise if you watched the England game. I managed to watch the second half, and
I don't watch international football because this is what happens.
Yeah, Thomas Tuchel says he wants the England supporters to be entertained. Well, a 1-0 win against Andorra is not entertaining. I'll give you a quick run through of what the BBC Sport have put together on their gossips page. Obviously, the Manchester United offer for Bryan and Bremo. Inter Milan have made informal inquiries about Rasmus Højlund at £40 million.
We're not hearing about any other clubs, though, either, are we, in this transfer window?
And also, why are we not hearing about outgoings so much?
Well, I've seen a few. Napoli want Martinez, which, if there's a good offer for him, I might contemplate taking because of his injury record over the last 12 to 18 months.
Oh, Lisandro
Martinez, yeah. Like I said, Mainu, Chelsea, Garnacho has had Italian links, multiple clubs, Inter and Napoli. But again, I'm not sure on that. And he's also been linked to Villa. Garnacho instead of Rashford. They'd rather have Garnacho from Rashford because he's obviously a younger prospect, same position.
Less wages.
But Saudi for Onana, again, I will book the plane myself.
I mean, how many weeks have we got until? So 30th of June is when everyone's contracts expire.
30th of June, well, yeah. 1st of July, transfer window's open. All movements can really happen. That's what everyone was keyed up for.
Yeah.
Until this window was then announced that, actually, these teams want to get players in and don't want to be doing transfer business.
Yeah.
So there has been rumours, but it is just rumours. The only people like you said, an Ornstein, a Romano, like the rest of them are just full of shit. Look at that one last week about and Bruno wants 250 a week from the Times correspondent, who's actually a Newcastle correspondent.
Yeah, it turns out he's a bit of Newcastle supporter.
My other half tells me sometimes I come across preaching on like some of the stuff I say, but I see it as just common sense that you can't believe anything anyone says on social media.
Yeah.
And that's all we do see. Oh, so-and-so's going here. I've read this. I've read that. Do you think the player hasn't accepted the offer, has he? Just because a team wants him doesn't mean the player's going to go, and vice versa. It's all agents. They bombard social media to see if people would be happy with them going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like you say, 1st of July, the proper window opened, so we'll probably get more as that comes about.
Osman's news came out though, didn't it?
Yeah, rejected.
That one done now. Al Hilal.
I didn't want him anyway.
Well, no, but that's Ronaldo's replacement. He'll go on Ronaldo's wages at Al Hilal because Ronaldo's now on a free transfer.
Yeah, but Ronaldo plays for Al Nassr.
Is it Al Nassr? Yeah, but don't think all of their. He's going on like 700,000 a week. That's what he asked for.
Bruno's replacement.
But all their players are in a pot, and then they say, you have him, you have him. So if Ronaldo's going on a free, that's what I'm saying. He can come in and take that. But
Ronaldo came out and said that apparently he's had offers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, of course he has. Still, Go to a championship team's professional football, he'll still hit 1,000 goals, won't he?
Let's have a look.
That's all he wants to do. He wants to get to his 1,000 goal mark.
What's he on now?
900 and something. He probably needs about 40 goals.
Career stats: 936 career goals.
Okay, so 63
in
goals.
1,284 matches. That is ridiculous.
Oh, mate, I saw someone saying that he's not even in their top 10 like best players of all time. And like he's just a stat padder. I was like, yeah. What does Roy Keane say? Hardest job in football is putting the ball in the back of the net. That's a hard job to stat pad, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy.
He averages 1 goal roughly every game. So,
not bad going, is it?
For anyone, any level of anything, you can be Sunday League and you can't, and it's hard to get 1 goal in every game. So, yeah. No, I think, like you said, we covered most of the news. We're obviously back tomorrow night.
Yes, massive show tomorrow night. It is officially our end of season party. We are doing a massive, massive end of season quiz, which reminds me I need to finish the last 2 questions on that.
Well, great. If you can give me the answers.
Yeah. No, I've got 2 questions left to write because I was waiting to see the final, the Europa League final result. So
I know what that was.
That's the question, is it? No, so yeah, please join us tomorrow night. I think Naomi's on board for that one, but yeah, we've got a massive show tomorrow. I think there's loads of us involved tomorrow.
It's me, Naomi, Kai, Jonathan on it, yourself, Quizmaster. I'm expecting like suit and tie, and I started so I finish kind of.
I'll put a shirt on just for you. What the fuck is it? But yeah, it is an end of season Premier League general knowledge quiz. So yeah, Naomi's down, Jonathan's down, yourself, Kai, and Andy. So we'll see how that goes. Look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow night. And yeah, have a good
watch. There'll be a load of stuff come out tomorrow. And we'll be like, no, we can't cover that. We've got a quiz to do.
Yeah, we can't cover it. So this is it. No more United chat. Tomorrow night, quiz only. Official business tomorrow night. No money on the table, just purely
team abuse.
Just
full on abuse. Like Andy, a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, take care.